Hi everybody, welcome to day 17 of the right hand technique challenge. Today we are still working on Martelé. I got some comments saying that it isn't exactly right what I'm doing. And I know when I spoke to people about this, they talk about the beginning of the note, the middle of the note, and the end of the note. And the beginning of the note is that collé motion, that k sound. The middle of the note is sort of the long bow for Martelé, and the end of the note is the ring or the stop of the bow, because you stop the bow and kind of let the sound ring. So let's watch a video of someone doing this, and let's see if we can copy them. So here we go.
So Martelé is being translated as a hammering stroke, but it's really nothing to do with hammering. It's just a fast movement of détaché movement on the string, and I will take a note for that, and then stopping the bow. So you move very fast at first with a little bit of pinch that you do with your index finger on the bow, and then you just stop the bow and you absolutely do nothing. So that's the beauty of that, especially when you go to the tip. The tip here is very light, so what you don't want to hear is the following. If you hear anything like that, if you keep pressing, that would be a mistake. So you need to let go. You can practice the preparatory Martelé for the index finger right here in the middle. And I wonder if you would be able to see. I would do it a little bit more tension here right now for you to see. So here we are. And right now look at the middle of the bow, how I will depress the stick just with my first finger, not the other fingers. The other fingers are not really pressing, but the first one is. And then
Let's pause it there for 1 minute. So if I understand correctly, that collé motion that we have is that this, but it's not supposed to carry through the whole way. It's just tension and release. Okay, let's continue.
Back, so fast. Okay, so that's the motion you want to train. Of course, you don't want to be making your bow any more tension there because it's harder. So not much tension, Joe, the regular one. And then when you start, that's what you do. You do a little bit of that bite very fast as you start moving. And then you immediately let it out. And don't hold at all. And then they repeat the same thing here. So it is very important that your bow doesn't skid and that you figure out how to do very parallel motion. And in fact, if your motion isn't parallel, the either beginning or the end or the middle of your note is not going to sound good, or you will have to use pressure in order to just squash any unruly behavior of the bow, and we don't want to do that. We just want to train very straight, very clear movement in the Martelé. So Martelé later will become a basis rather for very many bowings, such as staccato and very good big bow détaché, which we call grand détaché, and many others. So it's a very important bowing. All right. After.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see if we can do this. So tension, not this way, not this way, but parallel. The Doesn't feel parallel, but it's parallel. Okay. And then... Now I noticed she didn't do the fingers very much, but I did address this with a friend, and it's the beginning of the note that we need, so that's the most important part. Okay. Let's try it in context. Let's try again with our Massas. Or no, let's try with our Kreutzer. Let's try this with our Kreutzer. So again, same thing, but calm. See you tomorrow, everybody.